Good morning. Today is a sourcing day, so I am off to my first store. The goal today is 60 games again. So fingers crossed. I've got 5 stores to go to, and if I don't hit that 60 by the end of the 5th store, then I'm going to go to 2 more. So hopefully I don't have to go to those 2 because I've got a lot of other things to do. I am going out of town this weekend, so I've got tons of stuff to do before I do that. So hopefully 5 stores, 60 games. That's my goal. Here we go. All right, first store is done. I got a total of 13 items, 9 games, 3 toy bags, and this die cast metal mold thing. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it's going for pretty decent money, even untested. So yeah, and these stores I get all 25% off. So I may have overpaid for the toys. I'm trying to figure that out. Hopefully I made some good buys there. As far as the games go, a lot of ones that we've done before. The Bazaar game, we've actually sold that before. I think we got like 30 for it last time. That's kind of what it's going. It looks like it's still going for that. And then down at the bottom is a Star Wars original trilogy Risk game, which I usually see the Clone Wars Risk game, but I don't usually see this one. The box is in pretty rough shape, so more than likely we'll probably just part it out. But we tend to sell a lot of Risk pieces, so it was still worth picking up. Yep, on to the next. All right, got a few things here. Total of 10 items, 7 games, 2 toy bags, and then a book. I haven't bought a book to sell in quite a long time, but I guess those are the times right now. Might have to start selling a few. I'm not going to be what it was before, but I'm not going to say no to ones that I know are worth money. So this was a Conan book. Sold those in the past. Should get $10 for it. It was only $1.49 minus my discount. So easy pickup, and those you don't have to check for parts, and you don't have to see if they're missing anything, and you don't have to get a surprise when you open the box. But a lot of books are not worth much, so who knows. So yeah, so that brings my total of games to 9 of the last 7 here, so 16. I'm at 16 games. I'd like to get that number up to 60 if I can. We shall see. To the next store. All right, not too bad at this store. I ended up with 14 total items, 11 of which were games. A couple highlights. There's a doodle dice, which is a very easy bolo. I think that's going for like 35 plus shipping right now is what we have it at. And it usually sells pretty quick. I don't know why. I've never played it myself, but I guess people like it. And then that Phase 10 dice is another one that we get pretty decent money for. Yeah, and then I got some toy bags, I think some Ben 10 figures, and some Thomas trains. And what was the last one? Oh, one of those is a Disney Cars. It's actually the Planes series from the Disney Cars. It's a die cast. It's a nice car again, and it's going for like $20. So I'm okay with that. Learning toys, right? All right. So my total games now, let's see, 16 plus 11, it's 27. So I'm at 27 games. I've got at least 2 more stores. We'll see. If I get close to the 60, I think I'll call it. Like I said, I've got a lot I've got to do tonight. So, all right, on to the next store. All right, another decent store. Ended up with 10 games and 2 toy bags. The games are pretty standard for us. That booby trap is a good one to pick up. The vintage old one, even some of the newer ones, as long as they're wooden, they go for pretty good money. That dealer's choice, we've sold it before. We usually get about 25 for it, which is what some of the comps I was seeing for it today. Kind of when I was in the board game aisle, the person stocking the shelves came out with that game, and I was like, oh, and I've sold that before, I know it's a decent one. And then I saw the price, it was $9.99. And I made some comment like, ooh, that's a bit pricey. And the person putting it on the shelf said, well, yeah, the person in the back knows it's an old game. And I can just tell you from my several years of experience selling board games, just because it's old does not mean it's worth anything. Yes, there are some old games that go for money, but most of the games that we sell for really good money are not that old. I think a lot of times people just think if it's really old, it's got to be worth some money, and that's generally, from my experience, not the case. As always, you always want to be looking things up. I did end up buying it. I opened it up. Everything looked like it was in good condition, and I'm pretty sure we have pieces for it. That's kind of our advantage to selling board games, is that we've got pieces for pretty much everything. So I was okay spending a little bit more. So yeah, so with 10 games here. Oh, and the 2 toy bags. One was filled with some like vintage Playmobil, and I think there's some vintage Adventure People figures in there. And then the other bag it was a Fortnite character that I saw. There was only one on sale, or one being sold on eBay for $39.99 plus shipping. Thought I'd give it a go. It's part of learning toys and action figures and all that stuff. Is you just gotta kind of dig in and learn. And sometimes that means spending money, even if it's not going to pan out. But that's part of the learning process, I guess. So anyway, 10 games added to my 27 game total is 37. So I'm at 37 games. I've got one more store. I don't think I'm going to get to 60, but we'll see. All right, I just finished my last store. I ended up with 7 games at this store. I didn't get any toys. So that brings my total to 44. 44, almost got to 60. I've got too much stuff to do, so I'm not going to hit those last 2 stores. I'll just leave it at this, and we'll be all right. As you can see, it's just pretty standard stuff. I don't think I've ever seen that Sequence Collector's Edition. I mean, it was going for 25. It's nothing too crazy, but it's kind of the name of this game, is nothing too crazy. Crazy stuff is nice, but it's this constant stuff that, I mean, I'm willing to bet that 95% of the games that I got today are ones that I've had before. So I have a listing, and I just sell similar, slap the new photos in, and I'm good to go. So hopefully I can get there with some of these other things like the toys, and hopefully we can get our game piece inventory doubled, tripled even. But yeah, so I'm on my way home, and that's all. Well, no, I got to finish those shelves. I'm going to get some more of those shelves done today. So maybe I'll put some of that in. All right, I'm back home, and I just got the 3 shelves built, so we're gonna go down and take a look at them. So there you go. There's 2 shelves right there. Thing looks like it has a place now. Got that shelving unit built as well. Yeah. So now we just need those pieces, those replacement pieces for the one back there, and we will be all set. So yeah, that's pretty much it for our board game piece reset. Hopefully that gives us a little more room. We can expand a little bit, and we can move around in here better. That's all I have. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, go check us out on Facebook. Yeah, bye.